Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you inside Hitachi Energy Arena on this island-themed Saturday night here in Roar County. Folks began tailgating outside, get this, at 1 o'clock this afternoon on a beautiful Saturday. Temperature in the low 70s, partly cloudy, not too hot, not too cold, no rain, not too many clouds, not too much sun. Great time outside. The burgers and beverages were flowing, and the folks inside here still filing their way in, grabbing their free lays at the door and getting ready to go for an island-themed Saturday night. The Bobcats are ready as well with island-themed jerseys presented by Mountain 2 Island, our friends from down the road on the shores of Clater Lake, just outside of the great town of Pulaski, Virginia. Brett Wiseman alongside you. Kelsey Martians, our camera operator tonight. Kane Akers and Allison Eanes are our technical directors, and they are going to show you where things stand in the Empire Division right now after Topeka's loss last night. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, same holds true again to start the night tonight. Port Huron up 1-0. The Bobcats, with their win and Topeka's loss, able to take back sole possession of third place. And if they can get some more help from the Prowlers tonight, they'll have a 6-point advantage on Topeka going into next weekend when the PD Ice Cats come to town. And as we know, the Bobcats have been unable to solve that puzzle so far this year. So imperative you get the points tonight while you can, and then go to the drawing board and try and get the job done next weekend. As far as where tonight's opponent, the Baton Rouge Zydeco, sit in the Continental Division, they, as you saw with Watertown and Indiana, on the other side have an O next to their name. That means they have been eliminated from playoff contention. But as you can see, still fairly competitive, sitting there behind Twin City. Twin City on top of Biloxi, coming down the stretch in that one. Bit of a surprise, though, as you see in the bottom right of the ticker, Columbus beating Athens 5-1 this afternoon. So Columbus, those points hadn't been updated on the Continental, but Columbus now sits at 90. All of a sudden, they're just 12 back of Monroe for that second spot. And the X's next to the top three there in the Continental indicate that they have clinched a playoff spot. The Y that you saw next to Binghamton's name indicates that they had clinched the division. Very quickly, let's give you the With Home Services starting lineup. Anthony Schrum will be in between the pipes once again tonight after getting his first professional shutout last night. Denver Craig back in the starting lineup tonight, this time alongside two other forwards than he was last night. Danny Martin, the captain, who had a goal last night. Carson Gallagher, who assisted on said goal, will be up front. Robin Erickson and Philip Levac on the back end. We'll now send it down to Mike Gatwell for pregame introductions.
This is a Roar County Arena alert. All personnel and spectators are advised. The Blue Ridge Bobcats are about to take the ice. Please remain calm, but understand this. Once the puck drops, this building becomes hostile territory. Inside Roar County, silence is not permitted. All fans must prepare to operate at maximum decibel levels. Failure to comply will result in being completely drowned out. We will now conduct a mandatory roar test in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Roar County.
starting lineup. In goal for Baton Rouge, number 30, Bailey Stephens. On defense, number 2, Chris Seolick. On defense, number 14, Kim Miettinen. And forward, number 16, Blake Keller. And forward, number 34, Jake Cox, assistant captain. And forward, captain number 96, Tyler Larwood. Outside forward coached by head coach Chad Bailey and equipment manager Joseph Monson. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain standing as you are able and remove your hats. Veterans render a hand salute. In honor of Down Syndrome Awareness Day, please welcome to the performance of the Star Spangled Banner, Danica and Lee Edwards.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly hailed at the twilight's last fading, whose bright lights and bright stars through the pale walnut sky, for the wild puppy watch once again swinging, and the rockets went round, the bursting green out, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home above brave.
Presenting tonight's ceremonial punch drop are Tom Ribbon and Emily Green.
Pregame festivities complete. We're ready to get it on here on Island Night. The Bobcats in their somewhat short-sleeved island-themed jerseys, very creatively done. Dressed the part for this festive evening. And the crowd is as well. Holy jumping, look at all these people. It is packed. Away we go. The second and final meeting of the regular season between Baton Rouge and Blue Ridge. Miettinen across for Larwood. Erickson pins him to the Zamboni door and flipped ahead to Craig. Martin tapped it to center. Miettinen tapped into the zone by Keller. Picked up by Hlavak. Now Erickson. Give it over to Hlavak. He'll throw it off the side glass out to center. Craig chasing after it. Miettinen played it away from him. Keller in his own end with it, leaves it for Miettinen. He's hounded by Martin, had his pocket picked. Craig shoots, shouldered away by Bailey Stevens. Nearly picked off behind the net by Craig. Craig will lay a hit on Seolick. And Baton Rouge will set up now. Craig, the lone forechecker at the end of his initial shift. Now he'll peel off. Both teams will make changes on the fly. Fumbled at center, Padrazov leaves it. And he couldn't touch that back skate up. So it's offside. Our first whistle comes 53 seconds into the Aschebach Ford first period. Mercurio wins the draw. Kozyrev had his stick tied up by Elner Madiarov, who collides with St. Pierre. They'll battle for it in front of the Baton Rouge bench. Comes over the line. Kitola flips it back. Stretch pass read nicely by St. Pierre. Rodchenko on to Mercurio. Picked off at the line by Alden and sent ahead looking for Matyarov. Instead, it's St. Pierre. He'll rim it around the wall. Rodchenko couldn't get to it. Alden centers, tied up by St. Pierre. It's loose. Morissette down low. Matyarov had his stick tied up from behind, and that broke up a break. Kitsola run into by Pedrazov. Now Rodchenko tried to flip it down there for McHugh in a very, and I mean very late offside whistle. Thought the entry looked fishy, pun intended on Island night. Mietnin sends it ahead, takes a hit there from Carson Andrioli. He and Nick McHugh draw back in the lineup tonight. Here's Stucklitz. Into the zone he goes, weaves around Mietnin, sent it towards the net, tapped wide. Halbig shoots, that's deflected high into the netting, out of play. Christian Halbig tonight wearing number 18 as opposed to 71 in the Specialty Island jerseys. Baton Rouge wins the D-zone draw. Ciolik rims it around. Don Carter backhands it on to the former Bobcat. Ciolik made the inaugural season roster out of free agent camp in 2023 and has been with Baton Rouge since the start of last season. Stuckless now on to Andrioli. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Andrioli waits. Waiting. Toe drag. Oh, great defensive play by Weber. Stuckless. Flavak off the kick plate. Erickson sends it wide. Flavak pinned up by Carter. He'll battle for it along the wall. Weber got it out of there. Oh, glove down by Gallagher. Oh, glove save, Stevens. Puck still loose. Gallagher draws a penalty. Craig has it, delayed call, sends it in front, and there's the touch by Ciolik. It's a tripping call on Austin Weber. First penalty of the game and first Hitachi Energy power play commences at 2:47. Kitsola behind his own net will send it off the wall and out. Schrum, watched by Larwood forechecking shorthanded, sends it over to Kozirev. He'll weave his way behind his own cage and get the engine started. Now drops it to Mercurio. Those two out there with Lavak, Stuckless, and Martin on this first power play unit. Oh, what a move by Merck to weave his way through one defender. Pocket picked by Cox. Cox sends it back to the near side. Palfy pokes it to center. Pitchfork back ahead by Lavak. Fakes out Cox and now sends it on to Stuckless. Stuckless banks it off the wall. Kozirev hops to it, far corner. Stuckless gets it, sends it to the point. Lavak to Mercurio. Mercurio to Martin. He'll shoot it just wide. Cox will hop on it now. 1-on-2 shorthanded. He'll try and dangle Mercurio. Forced wide, centers it, and poked away. Gallagher on his horse after it. He scoops it up. Gallagher powers in. Backhander, shut down. Rebound got by Stevens too, and he covers it. Good end-to-end action right there with 49 seconds left on this Hitachi Energy power play. Second unit out, Gallagher, Craig, McHugh, Alvo, Pedrazov. Gallagher wins the draw, tied up, comes to Alvo, flips it over to Pedrazov, lets one go, stopped with the stick of Stevens, and he'll squeeze it in between the pillows. Bailey Stevens coming into this one a 5-9-0 record, a 3.97 goals against, and an 891 save percentage. Both teams coming into this contest with a penalty kill operating at 78%. Craig left point. Blocked by Madiarov, and he's got a break here. Madiarov missed it. Schramm might have gotten a piece of that with the blocker. Craig the other way. Leaves it for Gallagher. Down low. Score! Q! Bar down on the doorstep. 1-0. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Madiarov couldn't convert at one end. McHugh converts at the other. It's a power play goal. Fourth of the season for McHugh. Now Ron Johnson conversing with Tyler Larwood there. Redchenko sent ahead to Brandon Reller. Picked off by Ciolik and dumped in. Schramm leaves it for Redchenko. Andrioli tied up along the wall. Cox to Ciolik, back to Cox. Whack and whack for it. Muscled out to center. Larwood nearly had his pocket picked by Reller. Now center to Keller. He'll shoot off a stick and wide. Cox, sharp angle there off the glove of Schramm. And able to keep it out. It looked like it surprised him a little bit. Andrioli overskates it. Cox digs it out from between his skates. Throws it on goal from center. Schramm able to handle the ground ball. Here is Redchenko. He'll set up. Forwards change behind him. Redchenko between the hash marks. Banks it on to Reller. Did he get a piece of it? Yes, no icing. Kitsola, Palfy, on to Madiarov, stretched over to Morissette. Morissette centers it, Alden, had it hop up on his twig. Kitsola holds right point, run into, knocked away, got it back, chases down, drops it back, Palfy, sends it rink wide, blocked. Alden tied up by Mercurio, Erickson pokes it to center. Morissette, rink wide, Kitsola. Into the zone, St. Pierre back for Hlavak back for Erickson. Intercepted at center by Kitsola. He's going to jet ahead. Poke check by Hlavak, and Hlavak picks it up. Trying to stretch it ahead, intercepted again by Kitsola. He'll shoot, redirected wide by Morissette. Morissette for Madiarov. Madiarov on the cycle for Mietnin. Mietnin into the middle, Morissette, shot blocked by Podrezov, or I should say, yes, that is Podrezov. Numbers a little hard to see in the Hawaiian shirts. Mercurio back to Podrezov, who was tied up, and I mean tied up, by Kim Mietnin. Nicely done defensively by number 14 in white. Will this go far enough for icing? No, says the near side linesman. Halbig banked ahead by Alvo to Gallagher. He's able to muscle it around DeBalzo to center. Alvo has it knocked away. Alexanian beaten to it by Schramm. Alexanian centers, loose in front. Schramm's not going to take any chances. Puck had a mind of its own. Schramm noticed it and gets a whistle. We have our first media timeout. McHugh has the Cats up 1-0.
Withville, Virginia, coming for the Sonic America Concert Series at Hitachi Energy Arena on July 11th. Country music star Brian Martin. It's like We Ride, Everybody's an Outlaw, Wolves Cry, Beauty in the Struggle, and more. With over 700 million streams on Spotify and over 100 million views on YouTube, this is a show you can't miss. With tickets starting as low as only $19, get tickets online at HitachiEnergyArena.com or at the arena box office or by calling 276-335-2100.
real damn tough.
Coming to Hitachi Energy Arena for the Sonic America's Concert Series, America's #1 AC/DC tribute band. It's Thunderstruck.
Living easy, living free.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, Brett Wiseman alongside you. 1-0 Bobcats, 7 minutes gone in our Aschenbach Ford first period. Ciolik rims it around. Alvo on to Martin. Hoisted ahead looking for Craig. That's deflected. Over the line it comes though. Gallagher knocks it down low. Cleared out by Carter. Hallbig dumped it back in. Here's Carter Jr. behind the net. Cox looking for the stretch pass. It goes on goal, and Schrum deflects it into the netting out of play. Our officiating crew tonight, Ron Johnson and Peter Bonasic are our referees. Scott Schmidt and Jason Messamore are the linesmen. Rodchenko on to Stuckless. He'll tap it to center. Andrioli was tied up in front of the bench. Larwood battles it into the zone. Lost the handle, though. Rodchenko's got it. And he'll stretch it on to Reller. What a pass. Reller into the zone. Andrioli! Oh, what a stick save by Stevens, down and out. St. Pierre back down for Andrioli. Tapped around to Reller. Stuckless! Blocked. St. Pierre, a great poke there. Stuckless again trying to weave it over to Andrioli. Broken up. Picked up by Cox and now on to Keller. Keller dumps it in low. He's tied up. Poked into the between the hash marks there and picked up by Stuckless. 3-on-2. St. Pierre joins the rush. Snapped over to him and the puck hopped on edge, went behind St. Pierre. That thwarted the entry and brought it in offside. So we get a whistle with 11:44 remaining in our Aschenbach Ford first period. Shots 7-5 in favor of the Bobcats. Mietnin. Garrett Johnson stretched onto Alden and tapped into the zone. Erickson behind his own cage. Too far for Kozirev, but Johnson could not hold at the near point. Mietnin ahead. Picked off by Erickson. Erickson headmans it. Kozirev right wing. Sends it rink wide. Mercurio had his pocket picked right there by Morissette, who's thrown to the wall by Erickson. Mercurio digs it loose. Kozirev back to him. Merck skate to stick. Mercurio slows it down. Centers it. Kozirev skate to stick now. Back to Mercurio. Trying to weave his way around Johnson. Tied up by Heian Mietnin. Puck still free. Johnson clears it with help from Morissette. Now a foot race for it. Erickson wins that. And will peel away from Morissette behind his own cage. Sends it behind the net. Levac has it picked off. Centered now for Morissette. He'll drop it over. Great poke check by Erickson. Now Craig with a break. Shot it high. Looked like some contact from behind. And maybe made Craig shoot that higher than he wanted to. Gallagher powers low to the back end. Back to the forehand, shouldered away. Now another one from the point, gloved by Stevens. That came off the stick of Hallbig. About halfway through our Aschenbach Ford first period. A huge crowd tonight here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Keller off the draw to center. Snapped over to Larwood. As Keller hit the deck. He's tied up, and it's poked back to center. Kitzola, watched by Craig. Sends it behind the net. Palfy takes a hit there from Craig. Larwood centers, Cox shoots, just save Schramm. Media timeout, 9:48 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Bobcats.
Hard work, long roads, and getting the job done no matter the distance. That's Bottomley Enterprises. Based in Mount Airy, North Carolina, Bottomley Enterprises delivers local, regional, and team expedited long-haul over-the-road transportation services you can count on, mile after mile. And if you're looking for a career that goes the distance, Bottomley Enterprises is hiring. Full-time and part-time driving positions available with weekly pay, dependable home time, 24/7 dispatch support, and 100% no-touch freight. New to the road, training is available. CDL students and recent driving graduates are welcome because everyone deserves a strong start and a solid team behind them. Learn more at bottomleyenterprises.com. Call 336-673-3058 or visit them at 452 Oak Grove Church Road in Mount Airy. Bottomley Enterprises, driven to deliver and proud supporters of your Blue Ridge Bobcats.
At Bottomley Evergreens and Farms, quality isn't optional, it's tradition. From premium evergreens to trusted farm services, we deliver the highest quality and service to our customers every time. We're also buying land and looking to lease farmland now. Visit us at 2598 Walden Furnace Road in Max Meadows or call 276-233-5604.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, Brett Wiseman alongside you. 1-0 Bobcats halfway through our opening frame. Palfy off the face-off win. Deflected by McHugh. Tapped away in front by Levac, now Reller. Sends it ahead, broken up at the line by Palfy. Stuckless thrown into the box door by Olden. Reller hounding Palfy, now Stuckless wins it away. Poked loose once more, Alvo. For Hallbig and banked ahead, that's going to be icing. And now Reller getting into it with Madiarov, Morissette involved as well. Stuckless and Alden had a shove at one another. Cooler heads prevail. Keller. Johnson shoots, deflected. Schramm trying to cover it. Cox was stuck behind Schramm after being inadvertently knocked down in the blue paint. He was in the net. The puck wasn't. Don't know if I've seen that before. But no harm, no foul. Cox, Keller, shot blocked, but a false draw on the faceoff. Heinzman says, my bad. Re-rack it. Zydeco win the draw. Miettinen down the wing outside the circle. Now to Keller into the middle. Cox picked off. Pedrazov poked on to Mercurio, shoved off it by Miettinen. And now dug out of there by St. Pierre. Mercurio banks it ahead looking for him. Miettinen ties him up. Behind the net it goes. Johnson hounded by Kozyrev, but moves it ahead to Miettinen. Miettinen on to Cox, too far. No icing though, it hit a Bobcat first. Rodchenko over for Mercurio, a little too much mustard on it. Mercurio able to drop it back to Kozyrev though. Kozyrev hits the line and dumps it in off the mid of Ciolik. Bobcats will make a change. 8:20 to go in the first, 1-0 Blue Ridge. Here is Cox. Snaps it over to Carter Jr. Carter Jr. trying to step his way around Erickson. That didn't work. Erickson to it far corner. Good reverse hit on Carter. Carter wins it back. Those two go at it on the far side. Dug out of the scrum. Behind the net, Ciolik centers it. Nobody home. Carter with space. Shoots, blocked. Schrum diving. Gets the cover. Dare we say he's at it again? Don't want to jinx anything, especially not this early, but when you're hot, you're hot. Shots even at 10. Much faster start for Baton Rouge tonight. They haven't scored yet, but only had 2 shots by this point in regulation last night in the first period. Face-off won by the Bobcats. Alvo on to Andrioli. He'll bank it to center. Intercepted by Alexanian. Threw it off his own man. And a good stick there by Alvo. Couldn't get it out, though. Del Balzo tied up. Here's Alvo. Weaves his way through center. Now into the zone. Slams on the brakes. Fights through the contact of Weber. Poked away by Del Balzo. Battled ahead by Alexanian. Gets it back from Weber. Alexanian across the line. Toe drags around Halbig. Sends it in front. Deflected off a skate and broken up. Stuckless drops it. McHugh into the middle for Andrioli. Andrioli poked at the line. Pitchforked ahead. Morissette sends it back to center. Miettinen weaves back to the red line. Sends it in front of his own bench. Knocked away by Andrioli. Tapped into the zone by Kozirit. Johnson behind his own net. 7 to go. Good read by Petrezov, but Madyarov able to muscle it out of danger. Banked it ahead looking for Morissette. Instead, Rodchenko. Petrezov a good hit on Madyarov, but it comes to Alden. Alden tried to dangle it around Rodchenko. That didn't work. And now picked up along the near wall by Petrezov. Here's St. Pierre. Now a drop pass. Mercurio, a one-timer. Didn't miss by much. Rodchenko sends it ahead. No hand pass as Miettinen touched it first. Sent out. Madyarov beaten to it by St. Pierre Carter Jr. That certainly looked close to offside, but we'll play on. Carter Jr. sends it behind the net. Picked up by St. Pierre. St. Pierre headmans it. And now on to Kozirev. And he'll dump it in. Gloved down by Ciolik with the Bobcats changing. Carter Jr. tied up by Hlavak. Hlavak up the wall. Ciolik holds it in. Sent into the middle. Keller back on for Cox. Cox lets it go. Waffle boarded away by Schrum. Gloved down by Carter. He'll rim it around. Larwood can't get there in time. Larwood now over for Ciolik. Ciolik dumps it in. Around it goes Erickson. Sends it ahead. Craig settles it. Drops back to Erickson with changes in progress. On to Martin. Martin looking for Gallagher. Couldn't find him. Kitola intercepts. Kitola for Palfy. Oh, great poke by Martin. Here's the captain with it, weaving behind the net. Centers it. Craig. Backhander off the side of the cage. Centered Gallagher right on. Stopped by Stevens. And he'll hold on to it. Can't get much more on the doorstep than that. But Stevens stands tall. Danny Martin directing Denver Craig. The set play on the faceoff. Can't win it though. Johnson around for Miettinen near side. Miettinen banked ahead. Weber. Did he touch it? Yes. No icing. Erickson is tied up with Twolvanen. Twolvanen poked that away with a skate. Twolvanen to the point. Miettinen. Back to 12 and outside the circle. Shoots, glove save, Schrum somehow seeing around the screen of Alexanian. 4:44 to go in the first. Another media timeout. 1-0 Bobcats. We're back after this.
The difference between a life being saved and a life not being saved is somebody having the confidence to do CPR.
What do you see? I see a delicious looking bottle of beer dripping with beauty from head to toe. She's just missing a lime. Not your ordinary lime, a lime that's pre-packaged, non-exposed to the germs most commonly found in your local exotic bars. How about we take it a step further? This pre-packaged vegan gummy is infused with real juice, electrolytes, vitamins, and is cheaper than your store-bought limes, but tastes better. A beauty she is. Fruit droppers. Keep your fingers off my fruit. Available in all fruit flavors.
In business and servicing Southwest Virginia for over 2 decades, R&R Septic and Plumbing offers septic system cleaning and installation, grease traps, plumbing services, water and sewer services, grading, land clearing, site prep, heavy equipment excavating and demolition, as well as rentals of portable toilets and restroom trailers.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. 4:44 to go in the Ashabach Ford first period. 1-0 Bobcats. Stuckless on to Andrioli out of the tie-up in the dot. Stuckless through center. Into the zone. Far side. Backhands it around the wall. Mietnin sends it ahead. Keller backhands it over to Larwood. Larwood back for Cox. Cox looking for Keller. That's broken up. Reller hops to it. Stick lifted by Larwood, now dumped back in by Johnson. Keller leaves it for Cox, he'll center it. That was broken up. Now Keller, couldn't find anybody in the slot, set to center by Andrioli. Ciolik backhands it over for Larwood. Larwood, hit by Reller. Will this be icing? No, wave it off, touched by Cox on the way down. Rimmed around, Stuckless. For Hallbig. Now Alvo. Alvo on to Reller. Reller throws it down low. Alvo sends it on. And Stevens beats Mercurio to the punch and covers it. 3:39 to go in period 1. Shots 13-12 Bobcats. Tie up on the draw. Radchenko holds it in. Down the wall, Kozirev weaves his way to the middle, shoots it, blockered away by Stevens and into the netting. Out of play. Exactly 3.5 to go in this Ashabach Ford first period. Shots now 14-12 in favor of the Bobcats. And what's been about as equally a fast-moving first period as we had last night. Kozirev tied up. Now Pedrazov. Harchenko holds, shoots. That's deflected wide. Pedrazov near side. Battling with Palfi. 4-man scrum. And now thrown ahead to Madiarov. Picked up by Kitola. Kitola forced wide by St. Pierre and pinned to the wall. Kozirev sends it on. Pedrazov. Touch back to Mercurio. Mercurio into the zone. And now he'll retreat to center. And dump it back in. High hoister behind the net. Allows the Bobcats to make a change. Banked ahead to Alexanian and dumped in from center. Erickson hops to it in the far corner. Banks it over for Craig. He's run into. Puck loose. And sent back around. The man who made the hit on Craig, Twolvenden, lost an edge there. Now on to Martin. He'll hoist it ahead. Could not be gloved down by Johnson. Craig's got it. Craig shoots. Glove save. Stevens Erickson couldn't hold on to it. Now Alexanian. Alexanian powers towards the net. Poked away. Back over to Craig, far side with Erickson. Craig shoots it. Mask save. Kicked back towards the net. Oh, just wide. Martin with an awkward but glorious chance. Now this hoisted out to center. Levac couldn't stick it down. He's watched by Weber. And now back to Gallagher. On to Craig. Hit from behind by Carter Jr. Now Keller. Keller able to settle it off the skate. Poked there by Craig. Keller fought through it. Keller drops it. Cox shoots. Stick save, Schraub. Could hear it off the shaft of the goal twig all the way up here. Multi-man scrum for it in the corner. Cox, Stuckless digs it out. Alvo back to Stuckless. Up the wall, Andrioli. Nope, instead Keller. Keller run over by, I believe that was Reller, and then he was cross-checked from behind. That's a delayed penalty upcoming. That was Stuckless, I should say. Here's McHugh battling ahead. 1-on-3 on the delayed call. Throws it to center. Stuckless back to Levac. 1 minute left in the first. Bobcats are going to hang on to this as long as they can. Kozirev, Alvo. Back to McHugh. He'll speed into the zone. McHugh drops it. Shot high. Can't be touched yet. Alvo, slap shot, redirected just wide. Kozirev trying to race to it, but beaten to the punch. The touch by Keller, cross-checking the call, and it's on him. .5 to go in Arashabak Ford first period. If the Bobcats don't score in that time, better than a minute and a half, a little better than a minute and a half of power play time is going to carry over. Or I should say a minute 25 of power play time will carry over if the Bobcats can't score here. Martin trying to center it, comes to Mercurio. Chest save made by Stevens. It's cleared out. Levac back to Mercurio. Now Kozirev speeds his way into the zone. Drops it, Stuckless. Rink wide, Martin couldn't quite handle it. 6 seconds and 5. Levac shoots, redirected in front. Palfy sends it on. Matyarov clears. That'll do it for period one. $1.25 carrying over into the second on the Hitachi Energy power play. For the second straight night, the Bobcats have a 1-0 lead after Ashabak Ford first period. Jake Cox and Brandon Reller both are speaking with the linesman. I'm going to keep it here for a moment. Our game night sponsor, Mountain 2 Island, has been generous enough to sponsor our first intermission entertainment. We got a raft race to run.
Please turn your attention down to the ice. For tonight's first intermission entertainment, it's time for the Mountain to Island Raft Race.
This should be fun. Low 1v1 here. Come on, Brendan. Whoop. All right. Oh, boy. We'll slip up there. I like the rowing here. Brendan, longer strides, buddy. You're getting boat raced, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Oh, no! Okay, he's okay. Wow. Much like North Carolina, a sizable lead towards the end of the competition, and then an absolute squandering of epic proportions. Hubert Davis should hope his code still works on Monday. Anyways, that's enough Tar Heel bashing for now. First period is in the books. Nick McHugh's fourth of the season on the power play has the Bobcats up 1-0, out shooting Baton Rouge 16-12. In a minute 25 of Hitachi Energy power play time will carry over to the With Home Services second period. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for that, as well as check scores around the Federal Prospects Hockey League. 1-0 after one. Back with more after this.
We make it easy at Ashtonback Ford and Ashtonback Chevrolet GMC right here in Wytheville. New Ford, Chevrolet, or GMC? Easy. Prime pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs? Easy. Flatbeds, cabs, and chassis, work vans? Easy. Your hometown dealers make it easy to get rolling in just the right vehicle for you. If we don't have it, we'll get it. We love our community, and it's our job to make automotive easy for you. Ashtonback Ford and Ashtonback Chevrolet GMC.
So we've all heard the jingle, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, right? Well, here at Tommy Hunley's office, they literally are your neighbors. They're right here in town. They're on 6th Street in Wytheville, right downtown, right across from the municipal offices. Seriously, they are your neighbors. So let's go inside and find out. Auto, home, life, whatever you need insurance-wise, they got you covered. And look at that. They're clad in Bobcat blue and gold. Where else would you want to go for your insurance needs other than a place that's literally littered with Bobcats fans? That's the best thing. And you know what's even better than that? This is Tommy Hunley and his dog. Dogs and cats can get along. That is a thing. Tommy, tell us a little bit about what you guys do here at Tommy Hunley.
We have got a little bit of everything: auto, fire, life, and business insurance. We just love for you to give us a call, and it's 276-228-3149. Go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats. Let's go Bobcats! Standing high atop the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Big Walker Lookout offers some of the most scenic views of the Blue Ridge Mountains anywhere in Southwest Virginia. Located at 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville, Big Walker Lookout has become one of the area's most iconic landmarks for its wealth of scenic beauty. Virginia's oldest privately owned scenic attraction has been owned by the same family for over 75 years. Big Walker Lookout and Big Walker Country Store pride themselves on being family-owned and operated and feature more than 25 local artisans, crafters, and musicians that demonstrate their talents each weekend from May through October. There's always something to do any time of year at Big Walker Lookout and BW Country Store, 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville. Come see why Big Walker Lookout has become an area icon.
At Solmic America, you're not a number. You're part of the family.
People are everything, really the core of our business. The mutual trust and respect that we have with our employees is absolutely paramount to how we run this business.
The automotive industry is a fast-paced environment. There's a lot of opportunity for growth.
We continue to invest in technology and people to be able to support the technology we're investing in.
Whether it's from benefits to time off to supporting community activities, Stomach America has always been there for us.
We're not just making car parts. We're investing in our people and the communities that we serve.
If you have drive in this company, you can always find opportunity.
It's a very good opportunity.
I would highly recommend Stomach America as a career path.
At Camret Logistics, services are tailored to fit the unique warehousing and logistics needs of businesses of all shapes and sizes throughout Southwest Virginia. From secure food-grade storage to full-spectrum 3PL solutions, they deliver flexible, scalable options designed to enhance operational efficiency and reduce costs. With a forward-thinking approach and proven expertise, Camret is equipped to meet the demands of today and anticipate the needs of tomorrow. Stop by their main office and warehouse located at 2460 North 4th Street in Wytheville. Give them a call at 276-625-8100 or visit them online at camret.com. Camret Logistics, solutions for manufacturing that go just beyond warehousing, where logistics never stands still.
Ready for a fresh new style that makes an impression? At Turning Heads Salon in Wytheville, our expert stylists deliver bold color, flawless cuts, and personalized looks that make you feel your best every time, because at Turning Heads Salon, we turn your head while you turn theirs. Book your appointment today. Call 276-2097-0588 or visit us at 665 East Main Street, Wytheville, Virginia. Turning Heads Salon, where confidence begins and style never stops.
This is Bob. Bob thinks he's going fishing, but not today. He has work to do. But Bob didn't plan ahead, and he's skipping an important first step. Bob should have contacted Virginia 811 first. By having his underground utilities marked, he would have known there was a telecommunication line right where he was digging. Sorry, Bob. You now have a bigger problem to deal with. Don't rush the job. Plan ahead with Virginia 811. Learn more at va811.com.
The Bill Cole Auto Mall is your go-to destination for incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned vehicles.
With every purchase, you get the Bill Cole Advantage absolutely free, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, plus get our free premium ceramic coating process with 3-year paint and interior protection.
The no-cost Cole Connect app offers a $10,000 theft recovery guarantee, vehicle health reports, recall notifications, and service reminders. Visit us today to unlock the Bill Cole Advantage or go to BillColeAutomall.com.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center. Putting you in focus.
Conveniently located where I-81 meets I-77, the Super 8 Fort Chiswell offers you easy access to southwestern Virginia's best natural attractions. Travel along the Blue Ridge Parkway and visit New River Trail State Park for great trails, horseback riding, and boating. Fish at Clater Lake, explore Jefferson National Forest, and play around at Draper Valley Golf Course. Our complimentary 8-item Super Start breakfast is a great way to begin each day, and you'll have access to free Wi-Fi for staying in touch with home and work. And you can always get fresh brewed coffee in the lobby. Get a great night's sleep in one of our comfy beds. There's high-speed internet access in your room at no charge, along with HBO movies on TV. You'll have a coffee and tea maker, and refrigerators are available. When you visit the Max Meadows area, stay with us at the Super 8 Fort Chiswell.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center. Learn how you can make an impact at vistareye.com/careers.
Bobcat fans. It's Johnny with Odell's Landscape and Lawn Care. For all your fall cleanup and winter landscape and lawn care needs, give us a call at 540-392-5052 or odellslawnCare.com. Take it away, girls.
Let's go Bobcats!
This is Roar County.
Roar!
Hitachi. Located in Bland, Virginia, we are committed to our employees and take pride that we are the employer of choice in the region. Hitachi Energy is a global leader in the design and manufacturing of clean, oil-free transformers. We adjust and stabilize the voltage of electricity flowing through the nation's power grid. Hitachi Energy is celebrating 50 years of serving Southern Virginia. Go to HitachiEnergy.com.
I am Hitachi.
Hitachi. Inspire the next.
Escape the everyday and find your peace at the Cottages at Pine Run, where families connect, laughter echoes, and every sunrise feels like a fresh start. Right now, stay 3 nights and get the 4th night free when you book direct at cottagesatpinerun.com. The Cottages at Pine Run. Make room for adventure.
If you've been looking for it, you can find it here. Old Fort Antique Mall. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Iconic visibly off of Interstate 77 and 81 and accessible from both exit 80 and 77, offers thousands of items from over 100 different vendors. Old Fort was once voted as the area's best antique mall and offers a wide assortment of items for everyone, from hockey and other sports memorabilia, classic trading cards, NASCAR collectibles, furniture, glassware, houseware, books, movies, and so much more. There's a world of possibilities inside their doors. Come see why Old Fort Antique Mall is a community staple and Wythe County icon.
In business and servicing Southwest Virginia for over 2 decades, R&R Septic and Plumbing offers septic system cleaning and installation, grease traps, plumbing services, water and sewer services, grading, land clearing, site prep, heavy equipment excavating and demolition, as well as rentals of portable toilets and restroom trailers. R&R is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Bobcats penalty kill this season, powering Blue Ridge with their own drive and commitment to success whenever the team is shorthanded all year long. Stop by their facility located at 3572 Peppers Ferry Road, just across the road from Hitachi Energy Arena, or give them a call at 276-228-3548. Eversole. Well and Pump offers an array of services to fit your needs, including existing well pump services, well pump installation, UV filtration systems, water softener systems, sediment and other filtration systems, water testing, plumbing excavation, new plumbing installation and repair, water heater replacement, system flushing, and much, much more. Eversole brings back its cutting-edge technology for a second year as the official ice filtration system of Hitachi Energy Arena. Alan Eversole and his team can bring this same professional level clarity and quality to the water of your home or business as well. Call or text Alan anytime at 276-620-243 and let him help you.
Bob's back. This time, he's installing a new mailbox. But did he learn anything from last time?
Yeah, I contacted Virginia 811 and put in my dig request. We're good.
Are you sure, Bob?
Yeah!
Didn't wait those 3 working days before digging, did you, Bob? You need to allow that time so your lines can be marked, so you know what's below.
I didn't know.
Remember, always contact Virginia 811 before you dig, then allow the required time for marking. Learn more at va811.com.
Alpha Therapy, maximizing your peak performance.
At Somic America, you're not a number. You're part of the family.
I've been here 16 years. If I didn't enjoy it, I would not still be here.
The automotive industry is a fast-paced environment. There's a lot of opportunity.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. You saw some of the scores around the FPHL. They're at the bottom of your screen during the break, being regularly updated. One we're particularly keeping our eyes on is Topeka and Port Huron. That's 1-1. Topeka's come back to tie it late going second period from McMorran Arena. Monroe has opened the scoring. They were able to make it to the second period tonight in PD. They've announced that last night's suspended game will restart with 11:39 remaining in the first period at 6:15 tomorrow evening from the Florence Civic Center. But ice issues appear to be corrected, and they are playing on into the second period in PD with Monroe on top 1-0. Danbury trying to stave off elimination one more night. On top of Watertown, 2-1 in the second. The surprise of the day in the Federal Prospects Hockey League, though, Columbus goes into Athens and spanks the first place Rock Lobsters 5-1. Binghamton up 1-0 on Indiana in the second period, but the longer Indiana can keep that 1-0, the better for them. Bobcats heading back out, the island-themed sweaters for the With Home Services second period. Glad you're here with us for it as well on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. Kelsey Martians is our camera operator tonight. Kane Akers and Allison Eads are our technical directing duo. Sam and Lindsay are down at ice level. Remember, 1:25 of Hitachi Energy power play time for the Bobcats. After that cross-checking penalty on Blake Keller. As he's going to go back in the box. Serve the remainder of that. Bobcats' top power play unit is out there. Martin, Kozirev, Stucklitz, Mercurio, and Lavac. Underway in period two. Lavac brings it ahead. Drop back to Kozirev on the fresh sheet of ice. Kozirev weaves it across the line. Drops it over to Martin. Lavac picks his stick back up. Behind the net, Mietinen intercepts. Cox has it. He'll collect it and clear it. Trum sticks it down. Lavac plays it away from Larwood. Now 50 seconds left. Lavac now on the drop for Kozirev. Further for Mercurio. That's off a skate. Entry thwarted. Back to Martin, rink wide. Martin slams on the brakes. Draws in Madiarov down the wall. Kozirev back to Martin. Martin shoots it on. Save made. Stevens. Puck loose. Kozirev a backhander. Shut down. Chaos in front of the crease and cleared by the Zydeco. Schrum away from Madiarov. 15 seconds. Second unit will get the last rush. McHugh weaves his way in. Let's go off the side of the cage. Thought it went in behind Stevens, but deflected off the blocker and then off the side of the net. Here's Blake Keller out of the box with a break. Draws a penalty. Centered it. Schrum covers. Slashing the call. Believe it's on Halbig. Jason Messamore will escort him. Bobcats to the R&R Septic and Plumbing penalty kill for the first time tonight, as we said in the first. Both teams entering tonight's game operating at 78% on their respective PKs. Baton Rouge power play the league's worst at 12%. Alden, Keller, shoots it, squeezed by Schrum, and he'll get the whistle. Exactly 2 minutes into period two. First 21 seconds off the clock on the penalty. Baton Rouge wins the draw. Alden, left point, Kitola. Back to Keller, along the wall, near side, outside the circle, walks into a wrister off the stick of Stuckless and into the netting out of play. Shots 21-13 in favor of the Bobcats. Tie up on the draw. It's dug out by Matiaroff. Mietnin holds the line. Down the wall, Morissette. Rink wide, one-timer, tapped wide. A backdoor touch pass there. Mietnin, Morissette blows a tire, and the Bobcats will take advantage of that. Tolvanen poked away by Reller. Now Alex Sonyan battles through. He's on. Centered it. Oh, somehow that stayed out. Schrum without his goal stick. It's still loose. Schrum will get it scooped back to him by Elvo. Chaos in front of the Blue Ridge crease now. Tolvanen. Mietnin. Tolvanen. Rister. Backdoor pass. Whacked out of danger. Mietnin holds. Tolvanen centers. Matiaroff high and wide. Mietnin, 20 seconds. Rister shouldered away by Schrum. Tolvanen, far side. Morissette drags, waits. Mietnin. Tolvanen down low for Alex Sonyan. Instead, Alvo clears, and that'll do it. Sometimes your best penalty killer is your goaltender. He was right there. Carter knocked off it. Gallagher pivots with it, poked away. Ciolik for Cox. Now on a Matiaroff. That's off a Bobcat skate, so no icing. Keller and Radchenko battle for it. Radchenko wins it. And now slams on the brakes, pivots back with it. Radchenko weaves his way through a couple of Baton Rouge Zydeco forecheckers and now drops it back to Timothy St. Pierre, who speeds into the zone and has it poked away. Keller. Good job by Craig to get back and help out Radchenko and sort the break there. Ciolik holds near point, sends it through traffic off a skate wide to the far side. Gallagher now on to St. Pierre. Stretched further, Reller. Or I should say Craig. Craig powers towards the net. That's sticked away by Stevens. Carter Jr. drops it back. Keller rolls it over. Ciolik. Cox. Toe drag. Backhand. Back to the forehand. Rims it low. Ciolik. Pinned up by Pedrazov, and now Martin sends it on. Craig, I don't think he got a piece of it, so it's icing. But it comes on the heels of immediate timeout. 14:57 to go in the second. Still 1-0 Bobcats.
All new Blue Line Bar and Spirits, located at concession number 4 inside the Hitachi Energy Arena. Check out our brand new lineup featuring ice cold draft beer. This month's taps include Natural Light and Seven Sisters IPA. We're also serving up a fresh selection of RTD alcoholic drinks, including Screwdrivers, Margaritas, Jack and Cola, Crown Royal Lemonade, Bahama Mamas, Sex on the Beach, Blue Motorcycles, and Long Island Iced Tea. So head over to Blue Line Bar and Spirits, grab your favorite drink, kick back, and enjoy the game while the Bobcats are on the prowl.
Escape the everyday and find your peace at the cottages at Pine Run, where families connect, laughter echoes, and every sunrise feels like a fresh start. Right now, stay 3 nights and get the 4th night free when you book direct at cottagesatpinerun.com. The Cottages at Pine Run. Make room for adventure.
Eversole. Well and Pump offers an array of services to fit your needs, including existing well pump services, well pump installation, UV filtration systems, water softener systems, sediment and other filtration systems.
Back here inside. Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. Bobcats leading 1-0. Denver Craig sweeps it ahead off the icing. Now, Pedrazov was able to change prior to that icing. And Erickson takes a tumble there off a big hit by Kitsola, who had something to say about it afterwards. Craig settles it. Erickson lost it, tripped his man up. Madiarov, who's without a stick. Morissette on the delayed call. Kitsola holds the line, shoots it wide. Foot race for it. Palfy holds, and there's the touch by St. Pierre. Erickson guilty of tripping at 5:37 of the second. Actually, it's slashing. It could have been either one, as Madiarov's stick did pop out. Bobcats to the R&R Septic and Plumbing penalty kill for the second time in this With Home Services second period. Kitsola walks the line. Now Keller. Back to Kitsola, back to Keller. Snapped over to Cox. Fakes it. Thinks about it. Now to Kitsola, walks in. Alden. Keller. Stopped by the pad of Schraub. Kitsola near point. Walks towards the slot. Shoots it off a body in front. Radchenko clears it. Settled by Stevens. And pitchforked on to Keller. And stretched to Alden. Alden run into from behind by Alvo. Cox up the wing. Nicely walled off there by Hlavak. Sent behind the net. Alvo can't clear. Keller holds along the near side half wall. Swings it over to Cox. To the point Miettinen. Keller one-timer off the skate of Alvo. Moved on by Reller to Andrioli. Andrioli 1-on-2 shorthanded. Reller drops into the play. Reller, toe drag. He lost the handle. One more move and he would have had it. 5-man scrum in the corner, make it 6. As Andrioli and Keller going at it. And now they're going to blow it dead. Linesman step in. Assuming they're going to get both for roughing. So I would assume here, given that the penalties are concurrent, coincidental, roughing minors, neither go on the board, and we stay 5-on-4, and that's the case. Gallagher wins the draw. Martin shoots. Pad save, Stevens. Gallagher. Now back to Martin. He'll shoot it once more. Sticked away by Stevens. Mietnin moves ahead. Alexanian at center into the zone. Alexanian poked away. Martin's got it, and he'll take care of it. 15 seconds on the Erickson slashing call. And then we're back to 5 aside. And St. Pierre rips it out of danger. Stevens with 2 with 1. Erickson free. 5 aside. Here's Morissette. He's in. That's off a stick and high. Behind the net it goes. St. Pierre on to Kozirev. Cozy speeds up the near wing into the zone. Now into the slot. Drop pass Levac. Trying to go back to the point for St. Pierre, but he couldn't get there in time. Back to center. St. Pierre over to Levac. That pass blocked by Cox. Cox pokes it away from Mercurio. Levac back to it. Kozirev. Over to Petrezov. Skate to stick. Poked away. Delayed offside. Everyone touches back up. Kitsola swings it over. Blocked by Petrezov. Now St. Pierre able to gain control. Banked on for Mercurio. Between the legs, passed there by Palfi. Now Cox. Read nicely by Levac at center, but picked up by Kitola. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Kitola shoots. Stick save, Schramm. Kitola back to it, near corner. All picked off. Here's Cox. One-timer. Shut down. Schramm squeezes it in between the forearm. Larwood let it rip and look skyward. He couldn't believe it. Bobcats win the defensive zone draw. McHugh, that's going to be icing. 11:07 to go in the second. Shots out even at 23 after that last one-time blast from Larwood. Shot off the pad of Schrum once more. Ciolik plays it around. Here's Morissette into the middle, poked away, and now thrown on by Alvo for McHugh. Reller weaves his way in, slams on the brakes, chips it below the goal line, behind the net it goes. McHugh still battling for it. Carter, as McHugh had lost his twig, stretched ahead. Alvo couldn't get to it. Now Madiarov with a break, centers it, broken up. Stuckless chips it around Carter, on for Gallagher. Knocked away by Johnson. Gallagher back to it. Madiarov rips it away from him. Gallagher returns the favor. Hallbig touched over to Alvo, now banked on to Craig. Craig dropped past Martin. Martin shoots off a stick, stays in play. Mietnin sends it behind the net. Johnson picked off by Craig. Now Gallagher. Back to Martin. Back to Redchenko. That's off the stick of a Zydeco defender. And into the netting out of play. And we'll head to another media timeout. Halfway through this one. Shots are even at 23. The Bobcats lead 1-0.
At Camret Logistics, services are tailored to fit the unique warehousing and logistics needs of businesses of all shapes and sizes throughout Southwest Virginia. From secure food-grade storage to full-spectrum 3PL solutions, they deliver flexible, scalable options designed to enhance operational efficiency and reduce costs. With a forward-thinking approach and proven expertise, Camret is equipped to meet the demands of today and anticipate the needs of tomorrow. Stop by their main office and warehouse located at 2460 North 4th Street in Wytheville. Give them a call at 276-625-8100 or visit them online at camret.com. Camret Logistics, solutions for manufacturing that go just beyond warehousing, where logistics never stands still.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena, Brett Wiseman alongside you. Bobcats leading 1-0. Here's Levant with a shot deflected just wide by Gallagher. Past the halfway point of the hockey game. Shots 24-23 Baton Rouge. Here's Larwood moving ahead with a break. He'll shoot off the crossbar, and it stayed out. Craig run over by Johnson cleanly. Larwood back ahead. Toe drags. Lost the handle. Centers it, broken up. Gallagher hit the deck. Contact from Mietinen. Larwood shoots. That's off a stick and into the netting. Out of play. And boy, he is frustrated. Was robbed on the one-timer a few moments ago. And then darn near went bar down right there. And yep, as I suspected, they're going to have a look and see if that went in. The goal light did not come on. But Ron Johnson and his fellow referee Peter Banisic are going to have a look and see if that did go bar down. Steele Scott runs the replay portion of our off-ice officiating. He's pulling up the proper timestamp. Remember, there is a camera above each net. So going to get a pretty good angle of the officials. Banisic still looking and conversing. It's got to be clear and convincing. To overturn it. And what we're looking for, I would assume, is some part of the net moving. Properly done, though. You wait for the next stoppage of play to look at it. Now, if the goal is ruled to have been good, we'll have a face-off at center, and the clock will be reset to the point where it was when the goal was scored. Lengthy review. Multiple Bobcats taking knees, and the fans below us starting to get the wave going. It is Island night. If there was ever a night to do it, this is it. Come on. Get any people join in here. Maybe Mike can encourage them. Still, Banasic having a look. Everybody either taking a knee and resting or skating around to stay fresh during this lengthy review. I mean, it was close. Gut feeling, I'm just not sure you're going to be able to tell conclusively whether or not it went bar down instead of bar out. 9:21 remaining. I think the more entertaining part now is whether or not the rest of the crowd will catch in on the wave. Ron Johnson talking to assistant captains for both squads, Mike Mercurio and Jake Cox. Now some guys starting to stretch and skate around a little bit. That camera right above the net. Remember, if they determine it was a good goal, the puck will return to center and the clock will be reset to where it was when the goal was scored on the ice. Well, we have a moment, a lengthy one at that. Get you scores around the FPHL now. Danbury up 3-1 on Watertown in the second. Twin City a late third period 4-2 lead on Biloxi. Bad news, Topeka's gone back ahead 2-1 on Port Huron in the third period. Monroe's opened up to a 3-1 lead on PD in the second. And oh boy, Indiana tied with Binghamton in the second. There you go, Mike. Get them going. Everybody's got to join in. If there's ever a night to do it, this is it. Come on, people. There we go. Come on. A little more. How far around is it going to go? Come on. There we go. Start it up. Further. Further. Other side. Do we need to get the San Diego chicken in here to show you guys how this works? Or who was that guy from the Oakland A's way back in the day that started it? More people seem to be catching on. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. If everybody joins in, this place is going to go bananas. Yeah, there we go. Come on. What 109's got to get in on this. Come on, 109. No goal. Boy, they took a good, long, hard look at that one and viewed every possible angle. But what we could tell, just not enough evidence to overturn the call on the ice. Kitsola rims it around. St. Pierre. Alex Sanyan to the point. Palfy shoots. Waffle board of the way by Schrum. Weber centers. Loose in the slot. Schrum will cover it. And Weber and Mercurio. A little pushing and shoving right there. Exactly 9 minutes to go. And it's with home services second period. Alden, drop back, Kitsola. Rims it around. Alvo, near side. Thrown to the point. Palfy able to hold the line. Shoots, redirected wide. Alvo, pinned up by Morissette. Banked off the glass and out. Foot race for it. Kitsola away from McHugh. McHugh hooked up by Kitsola. As he and Andrioli battle, McHugh's got it now. As Andrioli hit the deck along with Kitsola. Swung over to Hallbig. He'll shoot it. That's blocked, and Stevens awkwardly able to dive out on top of the blue paint to get the whistle. $8:24 to go in this with home services second period. Shots now 25-24 in favor of Baton Rouge. First time all weekend they've been up on the shot counter. Anthony Schrum has already almost equaled his total shots faced from last night, which was 26. Erickson backhands it in. From the red line, no icing, despite Bailey Stevens throwing his arm up, trying to get the call. Mietnin sends it ahead to Larwood. He's hit from behind by Gallagher. Larwood retreats behind his own cage. Picked off by Martin. And poked over to Johnson. Intercepted by Craig. And now poked to the point. Shot by Erickson, tipped wide. Craig tried to get a piece of it. Dropped to the middle. Cox. Oh, nice stick there by Martin. Now back to Craig. Couldn't quite settle it. Gallagher centers. Plavak couldn't handle it. Plavak's pass is blocked. He hops back to it. Dangles around a defender. Bound low for Craig. Stopped by Stevens. Looked like Craig tried to go 5-hole there, and Stevens able to slam the door closed. $7:28 to go. In the second. Mercurio to take the draw. Tied up. Redchenko. St. Pierre wheels it around. Kozirev tied up behind the net. Multi-man scrum. Dug out of there. Pedrazov pins his man up as Kozirev was knocked to his knees. Pedrazov intercepts it. Pass was blocked. Moved ahead now, Twolvinen. Twolvinen forced wide, dropped it Carter Jr. Poked away. Mercurio 2-on-1 if they hurry. Ball, lots of numbers. A 4-on-2. Kozirev. Redchenko. Mercurio stopped. Stevens able to get a piece of it. 5-man scrum to the glove side of Stevens behind the net. Baton Rouge has it pinned up on the kick plate. Bobcats trying to dig it out of there, and they do. Mercurio, St. Pierre, Zydeco glanced it off the crossbar. St. Pierre wheels low, poked away by Carter. Banked ahead to Alexanian. Twolveden. Boy, Baton Rouge, everybody owes Bailey Stevens a beer after stopping a 4-on-2. It was pretty much a 4-on-1 as it's thrown on goal from the angle there by Podrazov and covered by Stevens. It was really a 4-on-1. Carter Jr. was hustling to try and get back in the play. Bobcats now back up on the shot counter, 27-25. Jake Cox got a little antsy there. Faceoff's won by Stuckless. Kitola rims it around, intercepted by Reller. Reller along the wall, banks it low, Andrioli. Shoved off it by Cox. Stuckless wins possession back. Now to the point, Hallbig shoots off a skate in front. Loose in the slot, Andrioli gets to it. Andrioli down low for Reller. Wheels in front of the backhand. Stopped by Stevens with the stick and then thrown wide. Andrioli back down low. Kitola, Stuckless, lost his stick. Cox overskated it a bit. Run off it by Reller, and then Andrioli bumped into by Palfy. Kitola, near side, takes the hit to dump it low. Backhand to the head, Andrioli. Couldn't get it free. Kitola drops it. Johnson shoots. That's blocked by Hallbig. Kitola deflected away. Alvo chased after by Keller. Tripped up. Will play on. Larwood dropped it back. Threw it to Alvo. He'll take that. Stuckless rims it around. It'll come to center. Erickson fresh from the bench. Dumps it back in. Stuckless had to duck. If he would have touched it, it would have been offside. Sent ahead Morissette. Trying to toe drag around one, make it two. Poked away though by Gallagher, back to center, dumped in by Johnson. Madiarov's got a touch back up. Erickson fakes out Morissette. Now up the wing, Craig to Martin. Forced low, here's Craig in the slot. Shot it just wide. Craig gets it back from Gallagher, now poked away by Madiarov. Thrown over to Alden. Alden down the near wing. All alone in front. Trump made the stop and covers it. Morissette robbed. Oh, baby. The Shruminator is cooking. Media timeout. Still 1-0. So we've all heard the jingle, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, right? Well, here at Tommy Hunley's office, they literally are your neighbors. They're right here in town. They're on 6th Street in Wytheville, right downtown, right across from the municipal offices. Seriously, they are your neighbors. So let's go inside and find out. Auto, home, life, whatever you need insurance-wise, they got you covered. And look at that. They're clad in Bobcat blue and gold. Where else would you want to go for your insurance needs? Other than a place that's literally littered with Bobcats fans. That's the best thing. And you know what's even better than that? This is Tommy Hunley and his dog. Dogs and cats can get along. That is a thing. Tommy, tell us a little bit about what you guys do here at Tommy Hunley.
We have got a little bit of everything, auto, fire, life, and business insurance. We just love for you to give us a call, and it's 276-228-3149. Go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats.
Let's
go Bobcats!
I am Hitachi.
Located in Bland, Virginia, we are committed to our employees and take pride that we are the employer of choice in the region. Hitachi Energy is a global leader in the...
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. 4:05 to go in this with home services second period. Shots 30-25 Bobcats. They still lead at 1-0 after Schrum made a stop solo on Morissette moments ago. St. Pierre on to Pedrazov. That pass is blocked. Loose at the line. Alexanian pokes it forward. Pedrazov back to it. Banks it ahead. Looking for Kozyrev. Icing waved off. Kozyrev wins the foot race. Slams on the brakes. Swings it to St. Pierre. Drags and shoots. Score! Oh my! What a snipe from St. Pierre! Over the blocker side shoulder of Stevens and under the bar. 2-0. Holy jumping, that was a rocket. And the Quebec native put a little French oomph on it. Oui, merci, 2-0. Goal for St. Pierre is his third of the season. Kitola, that's a big one. Go up 2-0, but as we all know, that's the most dangerous lead in the sport. Larwood, wide. Cox missed the mark. Alvo off the wall. McHugh taps it to center. Larwood. Now on to McHugh. Up the near wing. Muscles his way into the slot. Dropped it back in a one-timer by Stuckless. Missed high. Loose in front off the back glass. And covered by Stevens. Whoa. Want to talk about a fortuitous bounce. Yeesh. Here's Gallagher. He loses an edge. Throws it over to the far side. Morissette picked off by Craig. He'll shoot that one. Deflected by Martin, but never got on goal. Lavac snapped back ahead. Intercepted by Madiara. Backhander by Alden. Came up on Schrum. Trying to cover it. It's loose. And the Bobcats have it. Gallagher will just dump it in. Smart play. Craig running after Johnson there. Stretched on to Morissette. Couldn't find him. This should be icing, but it goes on goal. So forget that. St. Pierre wheels it around. Gets it to center. Johnson swings it over. Craig pokes it away from Ciolik. Craig battles with him behind the net. Four-man scrum. 2 minutes to go in period two. Craig wins possession to the point St. Pierre. Dusts it off, back to Craig. Trying to go into the middle, that was deflected. Back to center it goes. Redchenko is going to dump it in. Alexanian lost it. Mercurio for Pedrazov. Kozyrev fanned on the one-timer. Redchenko holds the line. Pop flies into the air. Stays in play, but comes out to center. Redchenko collects it. Looking for St. Pierre, knocked away by Alexanian. St. Pierre to it, on to Mercurio. Mercurio into the zone. Pedrazov back to St. Pierre. Down low, Mercurio pivots it on goal, and a save made by Stevens. With 75 seconds left in the With Home Services second period. Bobcats have picked up the pressure on Stevens here in the latter stages of the second period. Shots now 33-29. Chipped ahead, not out yet. Alvo holds now, poked ahead, still not out. Keller thought he got it out. Reller held it in. Kitola in the final minute of the middle frame. Away from Reller. Cox banks it off the wall, and that's offside. 51.9 to go. In our with home services second period. Keller flipped it back. Nobody was home. Reller chasing after Kitzola. Kitzola able to chase away from him. Kitzola sidesteps Stuckless, scoots through center, into the zone, maneuvers down low, wraps behind the net, centers it to Cox. Cox fakes it, takes it, blocked in front. Alvo banks it ahead. Here's Denver Craig. Oh, he couldn't get to it in time. Behind the net with it though. Craig on the backhand. Stuckless in the middle. Shot blocked. Stuckless back to it. Tied up from behind by Cox. And a penalty. It's a hook. Ron Johnson makes the call. Jake Cox is not happy about it. With 11.4 to go in the middle frame. Martin to take the draw, one back to Lavacchio shoot. That one missed wide. Kozirik with 5, with 4, tied up by Alexanian. 2, 1, Mercurio, just wide, and that'll do it. 2-0 after 2. Thanks to Timothy St. Pierre. And for the second time tonight, Bobcats will have carryover power play time to the next period. Chad Bailey's going to come over here and have a word with the referees, with Banasic and Johnson, as is Captain Larwood. Now Wojtek Zemlika's walking over. And Chad Bailey walks off, so does Zemi. Larwood still got a little bit more to say on the subject. Mercurio waiting patiently. Larwood still with more to say to Banasic. Alexanian will exit, as will him. And Peter Banasic now headed off the ice. And with that, we'll send it to break. Timothy St. Pierre's third of the season has the Bobcats up 2 after 2. And a minute 49 power play time on the Hitachi Energy power play carries over to period number 3. 2-0 after 2. We'll come back, get set for scores around the FPHL, and get you ready to go for the Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. 2-0 Cats after 2. Back after that.
We make it easy at Aschenbach Ford and Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC right here in Wytheville. New Ford, Chevrolet, or GMC? Easy. Prime pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs? Easy. Flatbeds, cabs, and chassis, work vans? Easy. Your hometown dealers make it easy to get rolling in just the right vehicle for you. If we don't have it, we'll get it. We love our community, and it's our job to make automotive easy for you. Aschenbeck Ford and Aschenbeck Chevrolet GMC.
So we've all heard the jingle, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, right? Well, here at Tommy Hundley's office, they literally are your neighbors. They're right here in town. They're on 6th Street in Wytheville, right downtown, right across from the municipal offices. Seriously, they are your neighbors. So let's go inside and find out. Auto, home, life, whatever you need insurance-wise, they got you covered. And look at that. They're clad in Bobcat blue and gold. Where else would you want to go for your insurance needs other than a place that's literally littered with Bobcats fans? That's the best thing. And you know what's even better than that? This is Tommy Hundley and his dog. Dogs and cats can get along. That is a thing. Tommy, tell us a little bit about what you guys do here at Tommy Hundley.
We have got a little bit of everything: auto, fire, life, and business insurance. We just love for you to give us a call, and it's 276-228-3149. Go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats. Let's go Bobcats! Standing high atop the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Big Walker Lookout offers some of the most scenic views of the Blue Ridge Mountains anywhere in Southwest Virginia. Located at 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville, Big Walker Lookout has become one of the area's most iconic landmarks for its wealth of scenic beauty. Virginia's oldest privately owned scenic attraction has been owned by the same family for over 75 years. Big Walker Lookout and Big Walker Country Store pride themselves on being family-owned and operated and feature more than 25 local artisans, crafters, and musicians that demonstrate their talents each weekend from May through October. There's always something to do any time of year at Big Walker Lookout and BW Country Store, 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville. Come see why Big Walker Lookout has become an area icon.
At Somic America, you're not a number. You're part of the family. People are everything, really the core of our business. The mutual trust and respect that we have with our employees is absolutely paramount to how we run this business.
The automotive industry is a fast-paced environment. There's a lot of opportunity for growth.
We continue to invest in technology and people to be able to support the technology we're investing in.
Whether it's from benefits to time off to supporting community activities, Somic America has always been there for us.
We're not just making car parts. We're investing in our people in the communities that we serve.
If you have drive in this company, you can always find opportunity.
It's a very good opportunity.
I would highly recommend Somic America as a career path.
At Camret Logistics, services are tailored to fit the unique warehousing and logistics needs of businesses of all shapes and sizes throughout Southwest Virginia. From secure food-grade storage to full-spectrum 3PL solutions, they deliver flexible, scalable options designed to enhance operational efficiency and reduce costs. With a forward-thinking approach and proven expertise, Camret is equipped to meet the demands of today and anticipate the needs of tomorrow. Stop by their main office and warehouse located at 2460 North 4th Street in Wytheville. Give them a call at 276-625-8100 or visit them online at camret.com. Camret Logistics, solutions for manufacturing that go just beyond warehousing, where logistics never stands still.
Ready for a fresh new style that makes an impression? At Turning Heads Salon in Wytheville, our expert stylists deliver bold color, flawless cuts, and personalized looks that make you feel your best every time, because at Turning Heads Salon, we turn your head while you turn theirs. Book your appointment today. Call 276-227-0588 or visit us at 665 East Main Street, Wytheville, Virginia. Turning Heads Salon, where confidence begins and style never stops.
This is Bob. Bob thinks he's going fishing, but not today. He has work to do. But Bob didn't plan ahead, and he's skipping an important first step. Bob should have contacted Virginia 811 first. By having his underground utilities marked, he would have known there was a telecommunication line right where he was digging. Sorry, Bob. You now have a bigger problem to deal with. Don't rush the job. Plan ahead with Virginia 811. Learn more at va811.com.
The Bill Cole Auto Mall is your go-to destination for incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned vehicles.
With every purchase, you get the Bill Cole Advantage absolutely free, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, plus get our free premium ceramic coating process with 3-year paint and interior protection.
The no-cost Cole Connect app offers a $10,000 theft recovery guarantee, vehicle health reports, recall notifications, and service reminders. Visit us today to unlock the Bill Cole Advantage or go to BillColeAutomall.com.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center. Putting you in focus.
Conveniently located where I-81 meets I-77, the Super 8 Fort Chiswell offers you easy access to southwestern Virginia's best natural attractions. Travel along the Blue Ridge Parkway and visit New River Trail State Park for great trails, horseback riding, and boating. Fish at Clater Lake, explore Jefferson National Forest, and play around at Draper Valley Golf Course. Our complimentary 8-item Super Start breakfast is a great way to begin each day, and you'll have access to free Wi-Fi for staying in touch with home and work. And you can always get fresh brewed coffee in the lobby. Get a great night's sleep in one of our comfy beds. There's high-speed internet access in your room at no charge, along with HBO movies on TV. You'll have a coffee and tea maker, and refrigerators are available. When you visit the Max Meadows area, stay with us at the Super 8 Fort Chiswell.
Imagine a place where small moments can lead to a life-changing impact. Where each interaction builds trust and sight. Where expertise leads to clarity. Where a small act of kindness can make all the difference. Vistar Eye Center. Learn how you can make an impact at vistareye.com/careers.
Hey Bobcat fans, it's Johnny with Odell's Landscape and Lawn Care. For all your fall cleanup and winter landscape and lawn care needs, give us a call at 540-392-5052 or odellslawn.care.com. Take it away, girls.
Let's go Bobcats!
This is Roar County.
Roar!
Hitachi.
Located in Bland, Virginia, we are committed to our employees and take pride that we are the employer of choice in the region. Hitachi Energy is a global leader in the design and manufacturing of clean, oil-free transformers. We adjust and stabilize the voltage of electricity flowing through the nation's power grid. Hitachi Energy is celebrating 50 years of serving Southern Virginia. Go to HitachiEnergy.com.
I am Hitachi.
Hitachi. Inspire the next.
Escape the everyday and find your peace at the Cottages at Pine Run, where families connect, laughter echoes, and every sunrise feels like a fresh start. Right now, stay 3 nights and get the 4th night free when you book direct at cottagesatpinerun.com. The Cottages at Pine Run. Make room for adventure.
If you've been looking for it, you can find it here. Old Fort Antique Mall.
Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Iconic visibly off of Interstate 77 and 81 and accessible from both exit 80 and 77, offers thousands of items from over 100 different vendors. Old Fort was once voted as the area's best antique mall and offers a wide assortment of items for everyone, from hockey and other sports memorabilia, classic trading cards, NASCAR collectibles, furniture, glassware, houseware, books, movies, and so much more. There's a world of possibilities inside their doors. Come see why Old Fort Antique Mall is a community staple and Wythe County icon.
In business and servicing Southwest Virginia for over 2 decades, R&R Septic and Plumbing offers septic system cleaning and installation, grease traps, plumbing services, water and sewer services, grading, land clearing, site prep, heavy equipment excavating and demolition, as well as rentals of portable toilets and restroom trailers. R&R is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Bobcats penalty kill this season, powering Blue Ridge with their own drive and commitment to success whenever the team is shorthanded all year long. Stop by their facility located at 3572 Peppers Ferry Road, just across the road from Hitachi Energy Arena, or give them a call at 276-228-3548. Eversole. Well and Pump offers an array of services to fit your needs, including existing well pump services, well pump installation, UV filtration systems, water softener systems, sediment and other filtration systems, water testing, plumbing excavation, new plumbing installation and repair, water heater replacement, system flushing, and much, much more. Eversole brings back its cutting-edge technology for a second year as the official ice filtration system of Hitachi Energy Arena. Alan Eversole and his team can bring this same professional level clarity and quality to the water of your home or business as well. Call or text Alan anytime at 276-620-243 and let him help you.
Bob's back. This time, he's installing a new mailbox. But did he learn anything from last time?
Yeah, I contacted Virginia 811 and put in my dig request. We're good.
Are you sure, Bob?
Yeah!
Didn't wait those 3 working days before digging, did you, Bob? You need to allow that time so your lines can be marked, so you know what's below.
I didn't know.
Remember, always contact Virginia 811 before you dig, then allow the required time for marking. Learn more at va811.com.
Alpha Therapy, maximizing your peak performance.
At Solmic America, you're not a number. You're part of the family.
I've been here 16 years. If I didn't enjoy it, I would not still be here.
The automotive industry is a fast-paced environment. There's a lot of opportunity for growth.
People are everything, really the core of our business.
Solmic America has been very supportive of me and my family.
We're not just making car parts. We're investing in our people in the communities that we serve.
Solmic America manufactures ball joints for steering and suspension.
For Toyota, Subaru, and Lexus.
Every vehicle that Toyota makes in North America has our ball joints on it.
Highest quality design, the most durable design in the industry.
We continually improve our processes through innovation.
We pride ourselves on being better tomorrow than today.
We've gone from just a handful of robots in the plants to dozens of robots.
Our approach is that we really want to have the human interacting with the robot. The machine and the robot relies on human interface.
We continue to invest in technology and people to be able to support the technology we're investing in.
There's so many opportunities here.
Over the last 18 years, I've held 8 different positions.
I started as a 19-year-old kid, and since then I've held 7 to 8 different positions, and now I head an entire department.
With each step, there's obviously training.
They'll train you on what you need to know and how to run the machine.
We do not set anyone up to fail.
I would say 85% of the people in the technical support management side of the business at one point started their career running a machine.
The mutual trust and respect that we have with our employees is absolutely paramount to how we run this business.
Everyone wants everyone to succeed, especially upper level management.
You have a chance to move up and down. You have a 401k insurance, and you can have vacation, holiday pay. It's a very good opportunity.
Whether it's from benefits to time off to supporting community activities, Stomach America has always been there for us.
Because life throws all of us curveballs once in a while that we got to get on the other side of.
The culture at Stomach America, I would say, is definitely very family-oriented.
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 We're family.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. Bobcats leading 2-0 after 2. Getting set for our with home services, or I should say our Aschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Scores around the FPHL. You see at the bottom of your screen there. Big one we're looking at. Third period tied 3-3. Topeka and Port Huron. Monroe has advanced to a 3-1 lead, as has Danbury, and as has Binghamton. So a bunch of 3-1 games across the board. The only one not showing, Twin City holds off Biloxi 4-2 in the final down in Winston-Salem. As is customary, Enter Sandman brings us home to the final frame of regulation. Jake Cox back in the box. Minute 49 left on his hooking penalty. Shots 34-29 in favor of the Bobcats, who have a minute 49 to work with here on the Hitachi Energy Power Play to start the third period. That'll be Martin, Stuckless, Kozirev, Hlavak, Mercurio, the first unit to start. Bobcats win the draw. Mercurio to Hlavak. Now on to Martin. Martin into the zone, gets it low. Picked off by Larwood. Keatola, or I should say Ciolik, far side, couldn't clear it. Now forced ahead, Larwood races to it. Larwood comes in short-handed. Shut down by Schramm. Got the glove to it and covered it. Well, Larwood has been all over the ice tonight, done everything but score. Here's Hlavak. to center. Now drops it back for Kozyrev. Once more, Mercurio. Back to Kozyrev. Couldn't get into the zone. Palfy thwarted entry. Or I should say Alden and Martin tied up. Martin with a cross-check there on Alden. Kitola. Run off it by Kozyrev. Palfy ahead. Alden clears. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Cox. Here is Alvo on to McHugh. McHugh speeds in. Around, centers, nobody home. Cleared out by Baton Rouge. Foot race for it. Craig beats Larwood there. Larwood with a good hit on him. But Craig able to swing it around. One time for one more rush here. Alvo drops it to Craig with 25. Make it 23. Craig into the zone. Shoots it. Blocked. Keller can't clear. Craig's got it. Dusted off. Looking for a tip. Couldn't find one. McHugh ties his man up in the corner. Gallagher trying to dig it out of there now. Gallagher does. Cox is free. Gallagher. Pedrazoff. Shot blocked. Pedrazoff back to it. Picked off by Cox, and now banked ahead at 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here's Larwood waiting, trying to center. What a stick by Alvo to break up the pass. Johnson's got it. That's blocked. Cox run off it by McHugh. Alvo ties his man up behind the net. Forced out of there by Pedrazoff. Shot from the points blocked. Madiarov to the rebound. Madiarov. Oh, he tried the Michigan. Down 2-0. That's a bit adventurous. McHugh ties up Cox. Now to the point. Johnson shoots. Redirected just wide by Madiarov. Now to Mietinen. Johnson. Stick save. Schrum. He's seen enough. Well, give Madiarov credit. He tried it. Didn't go very far. Remember, Madiarov was with the Bobcats in training camp last year, and then ended up spending most of the rest of last season in Danbury, and has been in Baton Rouge all season this season. Mercurio to take the draw after a false draw. Alden can't win it. Mercurio does. Pedrazoff sends it ahead. Icing called as Kozyrev was on his horse trying to beat Kitola to it, but Kitola found the afterburners and got that extra half stride ahead. And we get another whistle with 17:03 to go.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
Shots 35-32 in favor of the Bobcats. 3 minutes going in the third. Faceoffs won by Baton Rouge. Radchenko swings it around. Pedrazoff able to clear it now. Another foot race is on. It'll catch enough along the wall to not go far enough for icing. Kitola touched on to Morissette. Morissette poked away at center. Reller has it knocked away by Palfy and into the zone. And that's going to be icing. He knocked it away from behind center. Or is they're going to say that was offside? Yeah, offside, no icing. Sorry about that. So we'll drop it in the neutral zone. Stuckless, tied up. Still battling for it. Alexanian has it poked away. Reller charges ahead. Reller lets it go. Deflected high and into the netting. Out of play with 16:24 to go. Here in the Sasha-Bach Chevrolet GMC third period. Madiarov, Stuckless, and it intercepted. Madiarov dumps it back in. Erickson rims it around. Reller settles it. Backhands it over to Levak. Levak trying to stretch it on, broken up. Stuckless gets it back and dumps it in. Reller chases after it. Tied up with Johnson. Andrioli to the point. Martin shoots, blockered away by Stevens. Moved behind the net, around to the near side. Mietnin for Madiarov. Madiarov leaves it at the line, poked away by Alvo. Stick to head, no high stick. Was right on the line. Now it is blown dead. One linesman said no, the others yes. Jason Messamore disagreeing with the view of the near side linesman. From the far side, blew it dead, saying Alvo did play it with a high stick. So we are going to bring it back into the Baton Rouge offensive zone. Gallagher will clear it. Kitola in his own end. D to D, Palfy. Palfy ahead for Keller. Keller run off it by Gallagher and Alvo. Now banked ahead, Martin. 2-on-1 with Craig if they hurry. Martin for Craig, tied up from behind. Good defensive play by Palfy. Craig tripped up once more. Puck's loose. Martin, or I should say Gallagher to it. Gallagher waits, pivots to the point. Alvo dragging, shooting off the back boards. Craig gets to it, trying to center it. Gallagher's pass is blocked. It's loose in the circle. Scooped up by Larwood onto Palfy. He'll stretch it ahead. Good skate play there by Alvo to thwart that. Here's Craig. Run off it by Larwood. Centering pass, nobody home. Radchenko's able to hold the line. Redirected just high. Martin holds it. Craig centered. One-timer. Petrezov stop. Rebound. Stevens got that too. And Larwood's going to drag it into his midst. What a pass by Craig. Timeout. Just over 5 minutes gone in the third. Still 2-0.
Bob's back. This time, he's installing a new mailbox. But did he learn anything from last time?
Yeah, I contacted Virginia 811 and put in my dig request. We're good.
Are you sure, Bob?
Yeah!
Didn't wait those 3 working days before digging, did you, Bob? You need to allow that time so your lines can be marked, so you know what's below.
I didn't know.
Remember, always contact Virginia 811 before you dig, then allow the required time for marking. Learn more at va811.com.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. Brett Wiseman alongside you. 14:24 to go. Interashabach Chevrolet GMC third period. Bobcats out shooting the Zydeco 38-32 and leading it 2-0. Before a huge Saturday night crowd here on this Island night. Bobcats wearing Island-themed jerseys. Baton Rouge ices it. And we'll bring it back the other way. Mercurio to take the draw. Tied up in the circle. Poked away to Ciolik. Now around looking for Carter Jr. Pedrazov stuck that off. Oh, Mercurio was alone in the slot, but the pass was deflected on the way there from Kozirev. Morissette for Madiarov. Picked off Pedrazov from St. Pierre. On to Kozirev. Kozirev's into the middle. Drop Pedrazov. He'll shoot off the mask of Stevens. And into the netting out of play. Robin Erickson back out there with Philip Levac. Johnson for Miettinen on to Weber. Weber banks it ahead, Morissette. I should say Tolvanen. Tolvanen run off it by Levac behind the net, Weber. Tolvanen, far side. Down low for Weber. He's pinned up by Stuckless. Levac sends it behind the net. Erickson settles. On to Andrioli. Andrioli banks it on looking for McHugh. No icing. McHugh wins the foot race around Johnson. Stuckless pivots it below the goal line. Andrioli trying to get to it. Deflected the pass. Picked up now by Levac. He'll protect it. Send it low. Intercepted by Miettinen and set ahead. Here comes Elbow. He'll swing it into the zone. Palfi around for Miettinen. Banked ahead. Keller sends it on to Larwood. Larwood 1-on-2. Forced wide by Halbig. Larwood still with it in the corner. Skates to the slot. Now throws it low. Kitola. Kitola rims it. Cox pinned up by Gallagher. Left it for Kitola. He's hit hard by Alvo. And now Martin 3-on-2 with Gallagher and Craig. Martin drops it. Craig tied up, trying to get free and get it low, and does. Gallagher, whoa, what a play there to fight through the check of Kitola. Gallagher, now Martin pivots with it, protects it along the wall. Tied up. Gallagher had a shot at it. They'll hack and whack for it along the half boards. Martin digs it out of there to the point, Rodchenko. Rodchenko sends it low, intercepted, cleared, back to center. Everybody's got to touch back up. Rodchenko on to Pedrazov. Pedrazov over to Craig. Craig waiting, drops it. Dennis, one-timer deflected away. Rebound to Mercurio. Drop to Craig. Craig back over to Rodchenko once more. Rodchenko shot blocked by Keller. Keller the other way, overskated it. And now forced wide and run off it by St. Pierre. Throws it towards the point. Alden holds along the wall. Worked away by St. Pierre. Mercurio on to Kozirev. Cozy jets ahead. St. Pierre sends it over and a whistle. Too many men on the ice on Baton Rouge. .11:08 to go in the third. The bench minor penalty will be served by Austin Weber. Bobcats do the Hitachi Energy power play once more. 0 for so far on the weekend. Be a good time to change that and get a little more breathing room here. And now Jake Cox. Jake Cox just picked up a penalty. Austin Weber's barking too. It's unsportsmanlike on Cox. So now with 2 men up for a full 2 minutes, Wojtek Zemlika is going to swap units and bring the top unit out. Martin to take the draw. A big moment in this game. Martin wins the draw. Mercurio swings it over to Hlavak. Dusts it off. Now Kozyrev outside the circle. Kozyrev waits. Back to the point, Mercurio. Right side, Hlavak. Touch pass, Kozyrev. Couldn't quite handle it. Cozy back to it. Flips it to the point, Mercurio. Waiting. Hlavak lets it rip. Pad save. Stevens, he'll hold on to it. Minute 38 left on both penalties. Not very often do you have two minors like that right with each other and get a full 2-minute 5-on-3. Bobcats win the draw. Mercurio out top. Outside the dot, Kozyrev. Back to Mercurio. Kozyrev down low. Send it through the blue paint wide, and out it goes. Trying to feed it over on the back door to Stuckless. Minute 15 to go now. Hlavak drops it. Kozyrev weaves his way into the zone. Kozyrev waits, centers, Martin. Stuckless. Hlavak lets it go. Blocked. Stuckless to it now. Fake the pass to Mercurio, gave it to Hlavak. Here's Martin. Martin, Hlavak. Hlavak waits. Trying to snap it towards Kozyrev. Sticked away and into the netting, out of play. Immediate timeout, 9:57 to go in regulation. 49 seconds of 5-on-3 to remain. If you've been looking for it, you can find it here. Old Fort Antique Mall. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Iconic visibly off of Interstate 77 and 81 and accessible from both exit 80 and 77, offers thousands of items from over 100 different vendors. Old Fort was once voted as the area's best antique mall and offers a wide assortment of items for everyone, from hockey and other sports memorabilia, classic trading cards, NASCAR collectibles, furniture, glassware, houseware, books, movies, and so much more. There's a world of possibilities inside their doors. Come see why Old Fort Antique Mall is a community staple and Wythe County icon. Standing high atop the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Big Walker Lookout offers some of the most scenic views of the Blue Ridge Mountains anywhere in Southwest Virginia. Located at 8711 Stony Fork Road in Wytheville, Big Walker Lookout has become one of the area's most iconic landmarks for its wealth of scenic beauty. Virginia's oldest privately owned scenic attraction has been owned by the same family for over 75 years. Big Walker Lookout and Big Walker Country Store pride themselves on being family owned and operated and feature more than 25 local artisans, crafters, and musicians that demonstrate their talents each weekend from May. Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena. 9:57 to go in regulation. 49 seconds left on this full 2-minute 5-on-3 power play. Second unit out. Craig able to hold the line. Pedrazoff. Alvo. 40 seconds. Alvo. Pedrazoff. Blocked by Larwood. Gallagher tied up by Larwood. Digs it loose. McHugh. Loose and now cleared. 25. Schrum. Alvo. Weaves his way into the zone. Now sets up shop at the point. To Craig. Shoots it. Squeezed by Stevens. 10 seconds to go. Top unit hops back out for one more shot. And boy, if Baton Rouge is able to survive this, that would be a huge momentum boost. Both Weber and Cox standing in the box. Stuckless. Baton Rouge wins the draw. Redchenko with 6. Over to St. Pierre. Oh, it came out. It came out. That's going to do it. Stretched on to Alexanian and tapped in. Cox and Weber are free. We're back to 5 aside. Huge kill there for Baton Rouge. Redchenko towards the line. Broken up by Mietnin. Now Stuckless has it. Redchenko touched back up. Now it's off a skate back to center. Redchenko. Now to Kozyrev. Back into his own end, and now to Redchenko. Redchenko protects it on the backhand, works his way through a little bit of traffic, swings it over to Mercurio, stuck in between his skates. Recovered by Kozyrev. Now Mercurio over for Kozyrev. Kozyrev, Stuckless! Oh, what a pad save! Rebound score! Kozyrev! Johnny on the spot! 3-0. What a pad save by Stevens on Stuckless. But Kozyrev right there to snap it home and put a little more distance on the goal counter. $3-0 with 8:24 to go. Now Levac sends it ahead. It is icing. As Craig tried to get there, Mercurio picks up an assist along with Stuckless. At least Stuckless should get one there. Not sure if he did. Sniped around the wall by Levac. Now Gallagher. On to Craig. Poked away. Carter. Back for DeBalzo. DeBalzo. Intercepted by Levac. He'll bank it ahead looking for Craig. Instead it's stick down by Martin. Drop back to Craig. Dusted off. Shoots it. Stevens. Whoa. Just barely able to squeeze it. Looked like he thought it might have gone behind him there for a second. 7:57 to go. The Saschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Shots now 45-32 Bobcats. Baton Rouge wins the draw. Palfy swings it around. Around Erickson. This should be icing, and it will be with 7:48 to go. So we got another offensive zone draw coming. It will be to the stick side of Stevens with under 8 to go in regulation. Kozyrev's rebound snipe. As the Bobcats up 3-0. Here's McHugh. Trying to dig it away from Kitola. Kitola back on it. Banked over to Keller. Keller knocked away by Reller. Now Kitola, far side, swings it over to Palfy. Palfy on to Keller. Keller. Larwood Schramm made the stop somehow. Boy, Larwood's got to be asking the hockey gods, what more can I do? He's just been robbed time and time again tonight. Here's Reller powering in. Shut down by the stick of Stevens. Morissette on to Larwood. Now dropped to Cox. Shoots it, deflected by Larwood behind the net. Larwood runs into a man back there. Bobcats on the deck. And we play on. That was Alvo. McHugh now. Oh, nice bank to Andrioli. Andrioli. Reller off the post. Kozyrev a shot, sticked away. Rebound loose in the slot. And picked up by Morissette. Now Morissette. Oh, Andrioli got a run on Miettinen. And we get a whistle. Puck was thrown out of play there. Bobcats won a delay of game penalty. They're going to talk about it. Not quite sure if that was deflected. No indication yet that there was a penalty on the play, and that will remain the case. 6.5 to go in the Saschenbach Chevrolet GMC third period. Mercurio to take and win the draw. Kozyrev back to Rodchenko, hopped over his stick, out to center. Rodchenko, St. Pierre, rink wide, Kozyrev. On to Podrazov. Podrazov for Mercurio, shut down by Stevens. Boy, Stevens has had to be on his toes here tonight. 43 saves on 46 shots. .6:12 to go. Gallagher to take the draw, wins it. Martin Hlavak, one-timer deflected wide. Erickson holds. Pass was blocked. Chipped out by Weber. Hlavak back on it, sends it back into the zone. Alden. But hit on him by Martin. Maniarov worked off it by Erickson, now banked ahead. Gallagher had it hop over his mitt. Palfy. Kitola. Martin intercepts. Leaves it for Gallagher. Gallagher chips it around a defender. Throws it over to Martin. Blockered away. Keller can't get it out yet, now does. Gallagher, Alvo. Craig powers up the wing. Behind the net. Wraps, shoots, shut down. Stevens got a piece of it. That one blocked by Martin partially. Keller. Oh, miscommunication. Here's Craig, tied up. Oh my goodness, Stevens robbed him with the glove. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh, Denver Craig. Close to his first with the club. He can't believe it. Whoa. Tip your cap. Highlight reel save by Stevens to keep this a 3-0 game. And they're going to kick Stuckless out of the dot here. 5:11 remaining in regulation. Andrioli to take the draw. He wins it, but Alvo had it hot behind him. Alvo gets it at center. Oh, fanned on it a bit. Now backhands it ahead. Andrioli moves it along. McHugh was tied up with Keller. McHugh's able to get it deep. Here's Keller. Behind his own net. Now swings it over for Larwood. And Keller muscles his way around Alvo. Alvo pokes it loose. Cox to it in the near corner. Shoots it from a sharp angle. That's patted away. Alvo on to Andrioli. Muscles it past Carter. Here's Andrioli. Tripped up. No penalty. Centers it. And Stevens covers it. Andrioli pleading his case. But we're going to play on. .427 to go. Final media timeout of the night. Back after this. To collect the best, you need to go to the best. Head to Bowman Brothers Cards and Collectibles in Bluefield for the best and latest in sports cards and collectibles. Kevin Bowman has been in the business for over 2 decades, and his store is the largest authorized dealer of Upper Deck's exclusive NHL trading cards in the area. It's not just hockey either. Kevin also has the best and brightest stars available to collect from all major sports. Nor is it just cards at Bowman Brothers. You can also collect a variety of sports collectibles and memorabilia from yesterday and today. Bowman Brothers also provides the best and brightest in entertainment collectibles from yesteryear and today. Kevin and his team are always on the lookout for the best cards and collectibles available. So stop by Bowman Brothers Cards and Collectibles in Bluefield today and ask Pedro for luck when you need that big card pull. Bowman Brothers Cards and Collectibles.
Conveniently located where I-81 meets I-77, the Super 8 Fort Chiswell offers you easy access to southwestern Virginia's best natural attractions. Travel along the Blue Ridge Parkway and visit New River Trail State Park for great trails, horseback.
Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena before an official crowd of 2,089. Inside Hitachi Energy Arena tonight here for Island Night. We have good news to report from Michigan. Topeka has fallen in overtime to Port Huron. They only get 1 point on the night. Alex Sonyan at center, poked away by Pedrazov. Pedrazov over to Mercurio, back to Pedrazov. And now picked off by Alex Sonyan with 4 minutes to go. Oh, he lost the handle. Pedrazov to it once more. Kozyrev charges in, shot it high and hit the deck. Carter Jr. sends it in front. Trum sticks it up into the catching mitt. $2,089. Our crowd tonight, lay filled all around here on this Island Night in the Hawaiian shirt themed sweaters for the Bobcats. Proving good so far. Face-off won by Baton Rouge. Palfy shoots redirected off the stick of Schrum. Oh, big hit right there. Hlavak and Morissette collided. Here's Martin. He'll hoist it on looking for Craig. That's stick down or gloved down by Baton Rouge to thwart the break. Alden poked away by Craig. Craig drops it. Gallagher tied up. Gallagher got it back. Shot it off the post. Alden trying to, or I should say, Keller trying to sidestep Martin. Gets it in deep. 3 minutes to go. Swings it over. Martin. Blocked by Larwood. Now Keller shoots. Blocked by Erickson. Martin back on it. And high flips it out. Will it go far enough for icing? No. Miettinen picks it up on top of the goal line. He'll stretch it on to Keller. Shouldered by Alvo. Cox in for assistance. Larwood centers it. Johnson shots it high. Keller gets to the rebound. Miettinen down low. Cox centers it. Nobody home. Alvo banks it out. Reller leaves it for Stuckless. Stuckless weaves his way around Miettinen. Poked away by Stevens. Reller shoots it from a sharp angle wide. Cox beaten to it by Alvo. And now the pass fanned on by Hallbig. Just barely gets out of the zone. Loose at the line, Hallbig. Blocked by Carter Jr. Hallbig back to it, drops it to Alvo. 2 minutes. Banked on to Reller. Reller down the near wing. Centers it. Oh, hopped over the twig of Mercurio. Now Alex Sanyan races back ahead. Tolvanen. Tied up nicely by St. Pierre. St. Pierre now has it poked away, recovered by Kozirev. On to Mercurio. Sidesteps a defender. Mercurio's in. Back over for Pedrazov. Gloved by Stevens. Alex Sanyan tapped on by Tolvanen to Weber. Weber with 1:20 to go. Shoots it on. Sticked away by Schramm. St. Pierre around for Radchenko. 1:15. Everybody's starting to stand now. 70 seconds to go. Radchenko, St. Pierre. Oh, looking for Mercurio. No icing. Craig. Oh, what? Wow. Okay. Linesman. Even though Craig had split the defenseman. Didn't mean to get so exacerbated there. I was just, not that I necessarily disagree with it, but I was more surprised than anything else. But that's why I'm not a referee. Looked like Craig had the defender split, but no dice. Mercurio to take the draw. He and Alden in the dot. Mercurio wins it. St. Pierre rims it around onto Craig. He can't get it out. Held in by Keatola. Tapped wide by Alden. Alden shoulders away St. Pierre. Morissette. Keatola deflected wide. Morissette on goal, blocked. Denver Craig brings it ahead. 1-on-2. Here's Craig, able to get it in between the hash marks. Morissette. Palfy. A delayed penalty coming up on the Bobcats. And there's the touch by Martin. I think it's going to be on Denver Craig. As then a run taken at Craig. And now Erickson wants a word with Morissette, as does Martin. Mietinen's over as well. As temper's starting to boil over. Palfy's in there too. Linesmen are separating folks, or attempting to. Martin and Morissette still going at it. Mietinen, Palfy and Erickson. Baton Rouge is going to get a power play here for 24 seconds. Two for roughing is the call on Craig. So the Bobcats will finish the game on the R&R Septic and Plumbing penalty kill. Alden tied up. Cox, 20 seconds. Trying to dig it off the wall. Alden. Cox. Mietinen. Cox shoots. Deflected wide. 8 seconds. 7, 6. Mietinen 5. Deflected wide. 3 with 2 with 1. Squeezed by Schramm. That'll do it. And now more pushing and shoving. Erickson involved. Linesmen get in there. More importantly, back-to-back Shrub outs. The professor takes him to class and shuts him out on the weekend. Erickson sent off. Larwood still barking. Trump's going to celebrate his second straight shutout. As Mietnin and Mercurio now having words. As folks are starting to throw miniature beach balls on the ice now. Bobcats are going to celebrate and take their victory lap here shortly after the Zydeco exit. Boy, Larwood is hot. Chad Bailey's trying to get him off before he does anything he might regret. Bobcats head to center. There's a beach ball at center. And a broom. Second straight weekend sweep on this 6-game homestand. Coffey and Trum congratulate one another. Stevens and Trum do as well. The captain, Danny Martin, will lead the victory lap. Back-to-back nights, back-to-back wins, back-to-back 3-0, back-to-back shutouts for Anthony Schrum. And his backup, Max Macchione's got the broom along the glass. We'll keep it here for our Chantel 3 stars of the game. Brought to you all season long by Chantel. Chantel always connected to you. Have to assume that once again Anthony Schrum would be first star, don't you think? 6 combined goals on the weekend to nothing for Baton Rouge. Not often do you see that at any level of hockey. A team shut out both nights. So here we go with the 3 stars. Mike Atwell's got them. And again, he's going to rub a little salt in the wound by playing Colin Baton Rouge as Mercurio flips one of those beach balls up into the crowd. Fans are going to stick around here for the chance to own one of those spectacular Island Night sweaters, and a successful Island Night at that. Tonight's 3rd star with the game-winning goal, the first one, Nick McHugh. He's got the phone out for the POV. Second star is with a goal and an assist, Nikita Kozyrev with his franchise single season leading 39th assist and 16th goal. All right. Let's get the cat out of the bag. Back-to-back shutouts. Anthony Schrum, take a bow. What a performance that young man put on this weekend.
That is the kind of stuff as a goaltender you dream about. I'm sure his Island Knight jersey will be highly coveted here in about 15 minutes, right below us in section 103. So with Topeka falling in overtime, they earn 1 point, but the Bobcats earn the full 3 and the full 6 on the weekend. They move to 81. Topeka now at 76. So Topeka has a 5-point deficit. The Bobcats 5 points up on Topeka for that third spot going into the final weekend of March next weekend, which will be here to wrap up a 6-game homestand. We'll be here against the PD Ice Cats for the 8th and 9th meetings of the season with them. Friday night, is Foster Family Friday. More Pepsi Family 4-packs available for that night as well as they were tonight. So a lot of folks take advantage of those with this crowd of better than 2,000 on hand. And then Saturday night, Bike Night. And presented by our friends at Black Bear Harley Davidson a week from tonight. So if you're coming to the game and you got a bike, ride it here. Got a chance to get a free gift from the folks at Black Bear. And you'll also be able to view 2026 Harley Davidson models up close and personal. So a lot going on next weekend to wrap up this 6-game homestand, which is off to a fantabulous start. Back-to-back sweeps on the first 2 weekends of this 3-weekend homestand. And Anthony Schrum goes gopher, goose egg, zilch, nothing, nada on the weekend. Stopping 13 more than he did last night. 39 saves for the shutout for Anthony Schrum. We will be back on the air Tuesday night, as we are every Tuesday from Crossroads Social House, for our coaches show. Player guest will be announced on Monday on our social media channels, so stay tuned for that. A lot of candidates for it. And then we'll be back here Friday night for Foster Family Friday and Bike Night next Saturday when PD comes calling here to town. For our camera operator, Kelsey Marshett, Lindsay on social media, Sam at the ice level camera, Kane Akers and Allison Eads, our technical directing duo, Chris Robertson, our official scorer, Mike Atwell, our public address announcer. For all of them and all of you, we'll see you Tuesday night.